Hey everyone, it's been a few weeks since I've done a video, but we're back with Deadpool, and I've got some new reviewers this time. My buddy from film school, I've got Ruben, gaffer extraordinaire,
Hey.
and his brother Kevin.
You remember my name?
I do. I'm very good with names, sir.
Oh, that's good. I suck at names.
You are a gentleman and a scholar.
Hey, thank you. So yeah, we just got out of Deadpool. We're not in a car this time. We upgraded this week. It's Ruben's room, but
You've
whatever.
done a car review?
Yeah, these are always in cars.
Oh, that's tight. Okay, back.
Anyways, so yeah, Deadpool. Ruben, what'd you think?
Dude, it was fucking epic. We saw it in IMAX, by the way. You get this nifty little ticket. So, that thing was legit. It was so awesome. Just everything. If it's a Deadpool, if you read the Deadpool comic books or want to know what a Deadpool movie would be like, I almost said Deadpool for a second. But that's how a Deadpool... now I'm saying Deadpool. A Deadpool movie should be.
It was great movie, action-packed, and funny. It was very well balanced, I think.
Well balanced, yeah. That makes...
I keep saying Deadpool. I don't know.
Oh, that's probably because the marketing was that emoji.
Oh, that's right. The poo.
Yeah, it was like the skull, little poo thing, and whatever.
Great marketing, by the way. It's just an amazing marketing campaign by that,
by
studio.
Ryan Reynolds leaking the test footage initially. Yeah.
Did he really do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't confirm he did it, but he was on I think
Ellen?
Kimmel or something.
He was on Ellen.
On Ellen?
I don't know. He was on something,
Oh.
and he kind of was just like, talking about how it got produced, and was like, I'm 70% sure that it wasn't me that leaked the footage, but I can't be completely certain. So, pretty much it was either, he said it was him, the director, or one of the writers that leaked the test footage initially. So,
Well, hands off to him. I applaud him.
Hands off to his
Mentally.
performance.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds was a gem in that film. He is Deadpool.
yeah. Second time's a charm in this case.
Wait,
Well, you can't blame the first one. The director was he didn't know where he was going. And he didn't care what fans really thought. He was just going off his own thing. I doubt he ever read a comic book in his life.
Sounds like the X-Men franchise in here now.
plus, I don't think they ever called him Deadpool in the movie.
They just called him Wade.
They called
They
him
did.
Wade.
They said the Deadpool,
At
and it
one
just still
point,
made
yeah.
no sense. Why? In
Yeah,
this one, they actually
as-
explain. We have to watch the movie.
Or further into the review when we get to
Or
it.
further in, yeah.
Yeah.
But
guys.
anyways, you know how these work.
Yeah.
Okay, so at this point, pause it, whatever. We're going to start getting into the spoiler territory to really talk about the movie. Again, if you've seen these or not, you know how these work. Feel free to speak as openly as you want now.
Kick-ass movie. So many deaths. And they're all really funny.
Oh, what did you say? More than 80, right? By the end of the film,
More.
he kept a tally count.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was like towards the middle. He said something when he was going after the suit guy. And
Ajax.
No.
No.
He kept calling him Agent Smith.
Agent Smith.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, no, that's when he brought up the tally. He was like 80.
Do you guys know?
But that was because the 40 were from when he was still in the...
Yeah, before he
Before he
From
became
when
Deadpool.
he was, yeah. But at that point, he was like at 80, and then he killed someone.
Right.
What did Deadpool?
All right,
It's
guys,
Deadpool, he
tell me.
kills.
All right, I'm just gonna ask you this one question before we go on with the spoilers.
Mhm.
Do you guys recognize the actor who he called Agent Smith?
He looked familiar,
Yeah, he
but
looks
I
familiar.
can't name him off the
He
top
looked,
of my head.
Oh,
he
dude.
looked like
Ah.
the guy from Galaxy Quest.
That was him.
Oh,
Oh.
snap!
I just forgot his name, but that's him. Hi guys. He did that face.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
Galaxy Quest guy is in Deadpool. Just so more incentive to watch it.
I mean, I liked the movie. It was entertaining, which I went in with like no expectations on it because, as I said, like Fox superhero movies are very hit or miss.
They killed him.
X3. All you have to do is X3. That's all you got to say.
X3,
X-Men franchise.
Fantastic Four.
Bro.
I talked about that on my podcast like a
Steel?
lot last drink, but anyways.
That's a Warner, bro.
Is it? Well, it affected Fox.
Sorry, there's an alarm going off.
What were we saying?
Oh, we were talking about how Fox hit and miss.
Oh, yeah,
and he thinks
Fox
that
is-
Steele's with Warner Bros. Which actually makes me ashamed for him to be related to me.
I'm not.
I've never
Hey.
even seen Steel.
I'm a music guy.
Yeah,
I'm a movie guy.
Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, I went in with like no expectations on it, and I gotta say I was pleasantly surprised. I did think I didn't think it was gonna be like bad, but after I've seen Deadpool handled before, or as I like to call him, Barakapool.
He was Baraka.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I was like, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, so we got Mortal Kombat all up in this
Like,
X-Men
You know,
franchise?
I
You know?
just was kind of iffy.
You are Baraka.
Yeah, Barakapool or Pool.
Baraka Pool?
Yeah, I like call them. They even have. I like how they reference that in the little.
Oh, they reference so
they reference
many.
everything.
They reference so many.
The opening
attempts.
credits. I love the opening
Oh
credits.
my god, the opening credits were so.
I think
I can just say they were tasty. It was very tasty.
it's amazing how the Deadpool movie, as soon as the credits start, you already know what you're going in for. The credits itself are just a huge parody of
film.
Of just
making.
film, superhero movies, or even Ryan Reynolds' career in
Yeah,
general.
and as dark as the
yeah.
subject matter was, it was a really lighthearted movie.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, well, I mean that's Deadpool. It's dark and light.
Yeah,
That
but I
makes
mean,
sense,
like
but-
for a movie, it was really well done.
Yeah, I mean, it has a lot of gratuitous violence. It
Yeah,
has
it's
this,
gratuitous. It's great.
sex montage, which is amazing.
I guess.
Oh, well, to each his own.
Yes, really.
Yeah, what was
Clearly.
that? What's her name? Rana Baccarin? I always thought she was
Well,
really skinny,
she,
but I don't know why. Because of this movie, she seems harder. To me.
she was accredited as the hot chick, so
Oh yeah, that's right. She was
Oh,
good
yeah.
as a hot chick.
and she was pretty hot.
Yeah, she was pretty hot.
More incentive.
And then
More incentive.
Well, Ryan Reynolds, for you guys, Well, I mean, to be honest, the cinematography was amazing. The sound effects were amazing. The choreography of the fights were amazing. The comedy itself, the timing,
The CGI.
the CGI was amazing, especially with Colossus.
Colossus was
What? Wow.
pretty good. Who was the girl, like an actual character from the comics?
Yes,
Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Yeah,
I
she
don't
was there.
remember her like
she's
ever, but-
she's I want to say she's new,
Uh-huh.
but she's recently new.
I just actually know it's funny reference because they're trying to get closer to what X-Men should be like. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, just a spoiler alert, as soon as she has a jacket that she's wearing, it gets magically I guess incinerated
When she
because
does
of her power.
Yeah.
And you actually see a X-Men uniform that's reference to the new X-Men, I guess you could say, that one that was rebooted by Josh Whedon. Yeah.
He did an X-Men?
Yes, he did. When Beast got a little more animalistic face.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know the
when-
movies. I'm just saying, I didn't know that was Whedon.
That was Whedon. He was.
Because I know he was focused on, like, Avengers and shit. I didn't know he
No,
did.
that was way before. That was when he was still writing Buffy.
Are you sure that was it?
Yeah, Josh Whedon. The
Oh.
new X-Men.
Days of Future Past.
I thought that was
No,
Singer.
I'm talking about the comic books, not the movies.
Oh, yeah,
we're talking about movies. You specify.
Or in the
Specify.
comic books, it's closer to the comic books.
Okay, thank you.
When Josh Whedon rebooted the X-Men franchise.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we can
yeah.
follow you.
Now I
Okay.
understand what you're saying.
Oh my god, I need another comic book fan in here.
No,
Jeez.
you just need to clarify what you're saying.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, no.
But see, this is why I like to bring people like him on, so we have certain people.
A
who
comic book fan
experts.
would know what I was talking about.
I do actually have another reviewer that's a comic book fan. He was supposed to review this, but
I'm not that great. If it was on a scale of 10, I'm like a level 5. I'm pretty average. Maybe a level 6. I'm pretty good. I even have a, Daredevil band here.
The simple fact that he's using levels means he's level 7. So
No, thank
Sure.
you, Ken. But no, I mean,
that's not a good thing.
they did make a lot of references to the X-Men in this, which I loved. Tastefully. Actually, even tastefully.
I did like that. Well, I mean, it's Deadpool. He breaks the fourth wall like every scene practically.
Yeah.
But that one quip about not being able to afford more characters.
That was great.
That was probably my favorite line in the movie.
Yeah. I don't know. At times, for me, it got a little too self-aware.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I was
Deadpool.
That's
That's
I was
Deadpool.
expecting that.
But I mean, like, I expect that, but he kept referencing to himself.
Mhm.
Like Ryan Reynolds, the person.
Yeah.
I could have done with a little less of that. Because
I
it
can see that.
was done a little too much. Everything else was great.
Mhm.
It's just the whole Ryan Reynolds thing. I'm like, okay, let's get it back, guys.
Yeah. I could see that. You know,
Well,
it's
I
like,
respect your opinion, although I
No,
enjoy
no,
every single moment of it.
It was done. It was done well. I just could have done less with it. Personal taste.
It is a personal taste. Whether you want more Ryan Reynolds references or not, that is a personal taste.
I'm with Kevin on this one. It could have dialed that down just.
I'm alone on an island.
Yes.
Well,
Anyway, this review took a dark turn. Tell us your thoughts. How does this make you feel, Ruben?
What are you, Dr. Phil now?
He has the beard.
Yes.
He does have the beard. The Gandalf reference. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Yeah, there's a lot of pop culture references in this.
Yeah, that's
definitely. And it's funny because I think there's so much, and especially older pop culture references.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a post-credit scene, which is actually a very big treat for whoever watches Deadpool, where they reference an old John Hughes movie.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you already gave it away.
Well, this is a spoiler section, right?
Yeah,
It's all spoilers.
We've already.
Well, they
established
reference the post.
The post-credit scene from Ferris Bueller.
Bueller's. Yeah, I was trying to find the words. I don't know why. I have word vomit.
Yeah,
It's the
that's fine.
beanie.
It's
Cutting out the brain circulation. Taking it off.
That could be it. Yeah.
Oh, it's fine.
I think you're trying to look too cool.
No, I'm covering my bald spot.
No one cares. Okay, that's what I wanted to bring up. Not necessarily. I didn't have a problem with the origin. I just felt it didn't need an origin. Like Deadpool, out of all the comic hero stories, because he's the comics are so self-aware that he really didn't need to have half the movie be his origin story. Like, I understand why it was, because it's Deadpool and everything has an origin story these days. But I kind of felt like they could have gone, like, people, like they could have treated it as if...
You good?
I don't know what happened, but continue.
They could have treated it almost like Batman the Animated Series did, where they're like, everyone who's going to come see this is going to know who Deadpool is. So let's not focus on an origin story, and let's just have him be Deadpool.
I got to disagree with you on that part.
Okay.
Because even though I know we've seen every origin story, done, I felt that it was necessary, especially to establish the conflict between him and the main antagonist. There is certain parts of that film where it shows how Deadpool came to be, but it's through the means of torture. And it actually even brings out more of, I guess you could say, the psyche and whole personality of the main antagonist. So without that, you can't just throw an antagonist in there. I mean, there are certain other means to bring out his character, but I actually thought this would be great. It actually was a tasteful way to do it, and it makes Deadpool even more determined to confront his,
I will say from that point of view, I liked it more as an origin story for the antagonist more so than Deadpool, because as you said, it introduces the antagonist. So I like that it introduces it builds up the antagonist. But just in general, like I just felt like this was the one movie that didn't need an origin story. Like I'm not saying
not one.
The way they did it, I was fine with the way they did it. I'm just saying, like, I didn't think Deadpool in general.
You don't want to see more of Ryan Reynolds' sexy face, bro?
I'm here to see Deadpool, not Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's more a personal taste, to be honest.
No, Deadpool even mentioned it. So.
But yeah, like I don't know. My thought was it just might have been funny if he would have like made an actual joke about that, because he's so self-aware, like on origin stories, like everyone does an origin story. Mm-hmm. So we get the actual Deadpool origin story as drawn by Deadpool or something.
That would have been great. Or
like,
just
the
like
first minute, like it's just him opens with him like staring at the camera, and he's like, I don't know, we're not going to do any bullshit on origins. Here you go. Like pulls up like little animated
Once upon a time.
Yeah, like I think that would have been like a kind of funny way to like poke fun of origin stories in general. And like out of all the heroes I could do it, Deadpool could get away with it because it's the nature of the character.
No, that would be great. But I mean, we could do that and actually could even add to the feeling of the Deadpool movie. But I'm going to disagree with you on that one. I mean, it's going to be your own taste when you watch this film.
Yeah.
I think that it actually even humanizes a character. Even though it is Deadpool, you have to have somewhat of a connection with the character, the main protagonist. If you don't, then why are you going to follow him? I mean, you are going to fall because of his whole relationship with his girlfriend. We also have to realize why this villain is such a douchebag. And I think that's where they've done it well.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it actually explains how he becomes Deadpool genetically. And I think that's why it was tastefully done. I know you could do it other ways, but it wouldn't have the same impact.
But there could have been other villains that wouldn't have been involved in his origin story. They could just thrown you in on the action in the middle of a Deadpool movie.
Yeah, but it's not the same. I think maybe it's because I'm more of a classical kind of cinema goer that when you just throw in the action, it's just another action movie. But what makes it memorable is if you have a connection even with the villain. I mean, there's a lot of character. Even the Terminator.
I disagree.
You have just.
I disagree. Deadpool's personality makes you instantly connect with him. Just him breaking the fourth wall and addressing you directly makes you connect with him.
But why? What ride with him? Just it's just gonna be another comedy action movie.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
I know. I know it was. Let me rephrase that. It's just gonna be like another action movie, but. Would it be as memorable? There has to be heart to a film.
I don't know.
That's me saying it.
But here's the thing.
If there's no heart, it's gonna be like Transformers.
But I think
two. That's all it is action. Mindless fucking action.
What he was referring to is that if there's one movie that calls for that, it's a Deadpool movie. Look at the comics.
They could probably do it in the second one. I think it was tastefully
Okay,
done.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they are going to do it in the second one.
They have to, because they already got rid of the origin story, so now they can literally throw you in the middle.
I can't wait till Deadpool goes emo in the third one.
And I honestly think that
down the street.
I could see them actually parodying that.
Oh heck yeah!
And there's another point I want to make that I just want to bring up with that.
Mm-hmm.
We know who Deadpool is.
Yeah.
But I know how the market works. And they need a way for people that don't know Deadpool to connect. And if you just give them an origin story like it, it's very creative. It's really good, but they're gonna be still a little detached. I remember when I was watching Jonah Hex, I thought it was a pretty awesome kind of montage where it showed comic book panels telling his origin. But then again, I still felt a little detached. I thought it was. I don't know. I was expecting more of a classic western. I just, I couldn't get into it. Besides it being a bad movie.
I was gonna say, I think it's the whole movie that's bad, not the.
But I mean, even since then, I was already not really, into it emotionally.
I don't know.
I could see that, I guess, but I mean, to each their own.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
I said, to each their own.
Like,
it's just different taste.
Either way, like I said, it made it work, especially because it wasn't just like.
I did have a problem though. I'll agree with you guys. There is a problem in the origin story. There is a friend that he talks to that was on the bed next to him.
Oh yeah.
I think they could have done a little more with that because it was just so quick.
And he never showed up again. Like he was kind of pointless.
Yeah, it didn't even show him die. It just he was introduced. Probably maybe a plot point just to move the story along. Having Ajax come in and be his douchey self. But I think that maybe they could have done a little better on that little part. That I agree with, in the origin.
I can see that.
It was just
he was kind of like a pointless character. Like
he was a plot point.
Pretty much.
I don't know.
Exposition.
One thing I really liked about the movie was it was set in a few days, and the rest of it was a couple of flashbacks.
That was cool.
I thought that was really cool.
Oh, definitely. I mean, just right off the bat, you're already on this journey, just trying to find him within 2 days, as my bro said. The montages and everything, dude. You know what? He has a roommate in there, which is this African American older lady that's blind. She just only has a few lines, but even then, it was just awesome.
I just like how she keeps dropping everything.
Yeah, I know. She tries to make IKEA furniture. And it's just, even that's just pretty interesting.
I will say the one thing I was hoping for going into this, and I was slightly disappointed, was the gratuitous cameo. I was totally hoping Deadpool would make a point of pointing out Stan Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Because, again...
Stan Lee, ladies and gentlemen.
If there's any movie to do that, it's Deadpool.
I don't know.
Maybe in the second one.
Maybe in the second one.
I think the simple fact of where Stan Lee was and what he was doing.
He was just a boss.
He was a boss.
Yeah, he was just a boss.
He's like, what was the line? gentlemen, you can't buy happiness, but you can only buy happiness for.
Right, you can't buy love, but you could rent it for 3 minutes.
Oh, there it is. That's the line. Oh. And in the Stan Lee voice, and all I was ready was like Excelsior
Stanley's just awesome.
Yeah,
or
that was pretty
Enough Said. That'd be great.
It was also worth watching in this IMAX screen. Maybe it's just because I've been waiting for it for so long. It was just pretty awesome to see it in just a wide scope. Just see Deadpool's face, fill half the screen. It was just pretty good. It was just overall well made.
What do you guys think of the villain?
Villain. I honestly, I'm not really I haven't read comics in forever, so I really wasn't sure who he was from the comics or anything. Plus I've never really read Deadpool comics.
Educate us, Ruben.
But I mean
That actually I don't really. That part I don't know.
Was he they make him for the movie or is he a comic?
That actually I have to research. I don't remember. I remember the name Ajax, but
the name
product.
Sounded
It's
familiar.
a cleaning product.
That is true.
I just used it.
But in terms of
I'm all saying I'm a comic book fan, and then I don't even know that.
he's a fair weather fan. he reads what he likes.
He's a casual.
As I look at his giant stack of comic books.
Oh, that's not even half of it. You got big boxes down there. I have tons of comic books.
Yeah.
I guess I should read more of the Deadpool line, which actually I've been waiting to get the Cable and Deadpool graphic novels because I just heard they're just
Should
awesome.
we talk about that?
Yeah, because they announced it a couple days ago that he was confirmed for the next movie.
Yeah.
So
I actually wonder how are they gonna do that.
They said we're incorporating time travel.
Yeah,
He said that exactly verbatim. He's like, we don't know how, but it's gonna happen.
I mean, they already did. If this is connected to the whole X-Men, this is connected to the whole X-Men franchise, then they've already incorporated time travel with Days of Future Past, so it shouldn't be too much of a stretch.
If anything, they bought the rights to say a few names, X-Men names, and they just wanted to see how this movie would work.
See, that's one thing I would curious about, how that works. Is this because they're owned by the same company? So, even though it's different studios, I'm assuming, do they still need to get the rights for X-Men
I
from?
believe so.
Well, see,
even though
the whole
the
thing
same
that
company.
happened, it's X-Men and anything that's incorporated within the X-Men universe. So that means X-Force, anybody involved in X-Force, the term mutant, anything that's involved with Xavier's school.
But they used the word mutant and they would emphasize.
Yeah, and I mean they even had Xavier's school in the movie.
They purposely made it Deadpool this time to be part of this larger X-Men universe.
Which, from what I'm hearing, is going to stop with Apocalypse.
Really?
No,
That's what I heard. That they want Apocalypse to be the last X-Men.
All right, just let me clarify.
Okay, I'll be okay with that because Apocalypse is only 2 years.
X-Men Apocalypse is going to be the end of the First Class trilogy, which started with Matthew Vaughn rebooting pretty much the franchise with X-Men First Class. Then it was Days of Future Past, and then Apocalypse. Those three are that little mini trilogy. I guess you can see that little section. After that, it's just fair game for the studio to make.
The only thing I would see is worthwhile is the Phoenix Force again, and they already ruined that. So,
they could reboot it. I mean, that's the whole point of Days of Future Past.
So then where does Old Man Logan fit into all that? Or the next Wolverine?
That's what I want to find out.
Old Man Logan to be sick just for the simple fact of Hulk's death.
Yeah.
Even though Hulk is not going to be part of it,
I mean, that's the only reason I would watch the movie, just to see Hulk die. Because that's the only possible way.
Not going to happen.
I actually would like them to do a hard R, Wolverine. Now that they know Deadpool's going to be successful, because I saw tons of people going to watch
hard R, so Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Hard R, man, hard R.
Because, I mean, I saw, the Wolverine was pretty decent, except for the ending. Well, what happened there?
Wolverine.
So you don't like Silver Samurai, man?
Oh, no. Yeah, that was kind of weird, the way they did Silver Samurai.
She's just was thrown in there. I mean,
and what was her name? The Snake Girl.
Oh yeah.
I want to say Madam Hydra, but
that's not right.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't remember her name, but yeah, it was the Snake Girl and
Snake Girl.
No, just keep saying Snake Girl. That's fine.
Or Species.
Species. Dude, it's been forever since I've seen that movie.
Okay, let's get back to the review.
This is all.
Tangent, Ruben, tangent.
We go off on tangents. All the time,
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Feel free.
He knows that sometimes in film school, I'm here, there, everywhere. Yeah.
That's how our
I
reviews
love that song.
are.
Yeah, that's a pretty dope song.
But anyways, yeah, Deadpool. So, have anything more you really want to say about it, or you
Watch Deadpool.
Okay, so out of so you'd say watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Watch it.
Rating, like out of 10,
I'd say 8 or 9 out of 10.
8 or 9.
I'm all for bringing back rated R movies, especially with a high budget.
Mhm.
Freaking production companies. I'll give it a 10.
A 10. Very, very, very high ratings there.
I want him to watch Deadpool.
Well, I mean, 8 or 9 if all you're looking for is a good time in a movie.
Yeah, it's very, it's a very
just
entertaining
for a
movie.
good time.
I like as I said, I thought it was pretty entertaining. I'd say go see it if you're a fan. If you have no idea like who Deadpool is or anything, it might be kind of iffy, because he's. I don't want to say he's an acquired taste, but he's kind of an acquired taste.
He is an acquired taste.
He's
Vulgar. He's
Like
incredibly
if you're
vulgar.
going in expecting a normal superhero movie, then it's not. It's not.
I saw
But they make
parents
a-
taking their
think-
kids into the movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you
Think
doing?
more along the lines of like a Daredevil, Jessica Jones kind of
Yeah,
feel to it,
that is the vibe. Kind of like.
but even more.
It's a
I
very,
would say even more graphic in the sense that they actually show the violence.
Yeah.
More so?
Actually, that was one of the selling points for me.
Mhm.
Like, just the first death on the side.
when you see his brains.
No, just the splat against the fence.
Mm.
Or not the fence, the freeway sign.
Yeah.
the freeway
That
sign.
splat. And then just the whole freeway scene.
No, that was just brutal.
Oh yeah.
It's very gory, very graphic. I
is.
wouldn't take your kids to see it, and if you do and feel that they could handle it, well, by all means,
Think
go for it.
again. Think again.
Parenting. Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, kids these days, kids having kids, they'll just take them to see anything.
Movie studios, make more movies like this.
Uh,
You won't be sorry.
and don't hire Josh Trank.
That's just bad. He had a little tangent. Yeah. Just went a little crazy. I think he'll sober up and he'll be all good.
I give him like just lay low 5 years, come back with another indie like Chronicle, and then reestablish. He has to reestablish himself at this point.
Yeah, he does.
But yeah, let's see. Anything? Were there any new trailers that you haven't seen before?
The eagle one.
You've never seen that?
No.
Oh, that was actually a short trailer.
That was a really short trailer.
Yeah, I've seen longer ones like in the past couple days, but so Eddie the Eagle, that's a movie coming out. That one actually looked pretty. Like
what was that one with
actually looked
Zac
pretty
Efron?
good to me.
Oh, the brother one. Zac
Yeah.
Efron and Adam Devine. From the ones who were the
Oh,
brothers.
the one with Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that movie, it looked honestly.
No, yeah, Deadpool. Which one?
No, I'm talking about the trailers now.
Oh, okay, that
I'd
one.
still watch it. It's in the vein of
Well,
like Wedding Crashers.
He was laughing a lot, like the entire movie. I have the stereo sound, and then I have Ruben laughing. Like it's a very memorable laugh. But yeah, so like all the trailers, dude. So we got. I don't even remember what the name of that one was. With Zac Efron and whatever. Then we got Brothers Grimsby with Sacha Baron Cohen.
With Borat. Oh, that one looks really good, actually.
That one
Yeah.
looked okay. I
Jeez, you're a very, very tough critic on movies, aren't you?
Oh my god, do you
on
have a soul?
trailers. No, not really.
Well,
Again, this
he's a movie critic. How much of a soul can he have?
He has a point there. No, I mean that one doesn't look bad. I kind of dig his work. I really don't like The Dictator, so I hope it doesn't turn out like that.
Okay, The Dictator, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
It set it up high, and then it bombed.
It had like its highs and lows, but
No.
I can't defend it. It was just
Yeah.
yeah, you can't.
So
defend
I'm
it.
just saying, like, I hope we get more. Oh, and I really don't like Bruno either.
Bruno was just like a dick advertisement.
Yeah. So I'm saying I hope it's more Borat than Dictator Bruno. I have hope for it. He's a talented. I'm very disappointed though that he dropped out of the Freddie Mercury biopic.
Yeah.
It wasn't just him. It was because the
I
estate
know
the whole Freddie Mercury estate, which pretty much the whole Queen biopic, you had to get it. You had to get the other members to sign off on it. They wanted to make it a lower rating so that more people could go watch the biopic. Sacha Baron Cohen wanted a hard R because he wanted to show the lifestyle, how he really was, realistic. The whole homosexuality.
He wanted to portray him as a rockstar lifestyle.
Creative differences. That's why he.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's more of like creative versus economics.
Yeah, that makes sense. But still, he seemed like he'd be a really good Freddy.
It's more like truth versus economics. You want to be honest to the character, and he would have been a perfect. Wasn't T-Bone Burnett teaching him how to sing like Freddy?
I heard he was involved with the project. That would have been a good.
Because I've heard Sacha Baron Cohen, and he can sing, not Freddy-wise, but with a little training, he could probably pull something off.
Yeah, I mean, he sang in Sweeney Todd.
Oh yeah, he was good in Sweeney Todd.
Hugo.
Oh yeah, that's right. He wasn't.
Yeah. A lot of people forget about
his
that.
range. Like I said, I have mixed hopes on that one.
On Hugo?
No, on Brothers Grimsby.
Oh.
Yeah, I told you we'd go all over the place on this.
Oh, but you're usually, you're a dick most of the time, so you don't really want to watch everything. You're really
I watch like
Where's
a movie
your soul?
every week. We haven't really gone to a comedy in a while. Well, okay, we saw Hail Caesar last week, but that was pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was really good. Like,
new movie review. Hail Caesar.
I can talk about it real quick because I was supposed to do a review, but I didn't.
Do it.
Yeah,
Two movie review.
It was good in the sense that if you like old Hollywood movies, you'll like Hail Caesar because it's. I don't want to say it's shot like an old movie, but just like
it's in the vein.
It's very much in the vein. Like there's
like the
so
golden
many.
age of Hollywood.
It is. It's like okay, so it's about like I guess he's a producer. It wasn't quite clear. Like they never say what he is exactly, but he's basically in charge of like almost the whole studio. But he's not like
he's an executive producer.
Pretty much, he's the guy that basically keeps it running, makes sure everything's
running smooth.
And so it's about him, but it cuts to like different vignettes of like the other. You've seen the trailers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so like we have George Clooney's storyline. We have
so it's like storylines interweaving.
It is, and they're all connected back to him.
That's tight.
We have what's her name? Scarlett Johansson storyline.
Scarlett Johansson.
And then there's
is it how she became Black Widow?
Yes, back in 1930s Hollywood.
They start young.
But yeah, and then there's like Channing Tatum storyline. But like every time we're introduced to a new character, like Channing Tatum has this like song and dance number that's like old 50s musicals kind of.
Really?
Oh, was that the one where the dude's legs were up there?
Yeah,
a sailor.
Yeah. That's so he has like
Magic
see like
Mike in the 30s.
We see the entire dance sequence, and then it's like within like because it's like it's a movie studio, so we see it being like it's them filming it, but like we see it like from the audience perspective. And so we get that, and then like there's tributes to like old like Roy Rogers kind of
Nice.
and what's his name, Gene Autry, like that kind of western.
Yeah.
And then Scarlett Johansson sees like, well, I mean from the trailer, like her scene, how she's like coming out of the pool and dancing and all that. So it's like that kind of like glitzy 30s Hollywood.
Some like it hot. Yeah.
And then and then of course George Clooney's arc where they're doing that movie that's like basically like a Cecil B. DeMille, Ben-Hur kind of thing, like just a big epic kind of thing.
I haven't seen any Cecil B. DeMille's films for a while.
But
check them out again.
Yeah, so like if you dig like old Hollywood movies, it's very much in the vein of that, and like it's kind of fun just like watching it and pointing out like where they got inspiration from it. And like I say, the movie itself, I feel like the Coen brothers just like got drunk and watched TCM one weekend, and we're like, let's just make a movie about this.
Like, hey, you know what? There's not enough movies like this.
You know what you have to watch, sir, and you have to watch The Revenant.
I'll get around to it.
Oh my God, just go watch it. It's worth watching it on a big screen.
Well,
Emmanuel
I was going to say, like, I plan
is amazing.
Or no, I was saying earlier, but I plan to go see at AMC. They're doing this thing where they're showing all the Best Picture nominees. Like it's 2 different weekends, so it's like one weekend I think it's like 4 movies, and the next weekend it's like 4 other movies, and so that's going to be part of that. I think it's the second weekend, but I kind of plan to go see that, so I'll probably go see everything.
It's pretty worth it. I think you would dig it. It's so brutal though.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Brutal.
Like I said, I've been wanting to see it. I just haven't had the time because I've been doing the reviews, and I kind of skipped that one.
Does the bear ride a unicycle?
He does a Kamehameha.
Interesting.
Nah, I only see bears and unicycles.
So Deadpool, go see it. Hail Caesar, go see it. Any other trailers you want to talk about that we saw?
No, I'm pretty
Batman,
sure.
Batman, Superman. I should bring like all my comic book friend nerds in for that. You, Dom, the other reviewer I've had, Alberto. He'll be back eventually.
And fist fight.
Just to have you guys argue about that.
You each wear a superhero shirt. We put you in a cage. That's what
No, but,
standing
like,
is the superior.
I already have my
superhero.
Batman masks.
Yes. Personally, I'm more excited for Civil War. But
Really?
yeah, Civil War just looks way more.
He's more Marvel.
Yeah, I'm a bigger Marvel.
So you're biased.
I guess. I mean, well,
You dick.
No, that's no. There's no maybe.
well, no,
you just
because
said
my
yeah.
okay, no,
Now too late. You can't retract
wait,
it.
wait,
You know,
I-
no
I-
flip flops.
You said
no,
we're
no.
gonna go.
In general, I prefer Marvel,
Okay.
but my favorite comic character is DC. So
I
DC
know,
is not a
Constantine.
comic
yes,
character.
everyone.
But that's Vertigo.
But it's still in by
It's,
DC.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
but I
it's-
prefer.
What?
Yeah.
How the hell do you explain Justice League Dark?
Oh yeah, the new 52. Name.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just
Come
saying,
back
like,
to DC.
I prefer Marvel in general. I don't have a problem with DC. I'm just saying I prefer Marvel. Like I like the Marvel characters
I don't
more,
know.
other than Constantine. He's like the one.
Quality wise,
Main
from the
character,
from the trailers that I've seen between Civil War and Batman Superman takes it.
I just feel like it's too loaded. Like they're overloading it with everything.
But they're setting it up for
I know
Justice
they're setting
League.
it up for Justice
Would you rather
League,
have
but
your burgers simple or loaded?
it depends.
Booyah! I dropped the mic. Let me tell you this. I love Marvel. I like what they're doing in the movies. But if you really think about it,
There's one DC movie versus all those Marvel movies.
and then each Marvel movie is all right. I mean, they're pretty cool, but they're all right. The best ones that you could really, really remember is like Captain America,
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, the Avengers,
First
because of the
Iron
ending,
Man.
and the first Iron Man.
Guardians.
All of them are usually usually go watch all the movies.
Did you say garbage?
Guardians.
Oh, Guardians is
Guardians.
actually
And
Guardians.
Guardians of
But
the Galaxy.
I don't include that. Guardians is its own thing.
It's its
No,
own
it's-
thing for the.
It's
For
Marvel.
now,
It's
but-
Marvel, but it's its own thing right
And
now.
all of them, you technically you just go watch most of those movies because they lead up to the next one.
And you go watch them for the post-credit scene also.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
And
that's-
I know a lot of people aren't fans of Man of Steel. I'm gonna
Oh, I-
defend it.
I am
know?
not a Superman fan, but I am still more excited about Batman Superman over Civil War.
I think Zack Snyder. If you watch if you've seen Watchmen, you know how he treated even the Rorschach character. I think that if you see the latest Batman
Watchmen could
trailer
have been so much better.
or the Batman vs Superman trailer, Batman looks like a badass. I think Zack Snyder's going to do it justice, and he's pretty much taking out the whole DC universe. It's going to be awesome. Suicide Squad looks amazing. I'm excited for Wonder Woman.
No, Suicide Squad I'm iffy about.
Yeah, the last trailer, I didn't really do the last trailer.
Yeah.
Which one? Oh, the one with Bohemian Rhapsody
Yeah.
playing in the background.
I felt like
no
they were.
soul. That's why. Well, I mean, it's your own taste, but I think that it was.
But
taste-
even
I
still,
think it was
like-
tastefully done. I thought it was pretty awesome, and I'm a huge David Ayer fan. Like, except for Sabotage, that one I'm a little iffy about. But he's a great writer, he's a great director, and he brings a grittiness that's, I think, necessary for a Suicide Squad. I wish it was rated R so it could go a little further, but, economics. You gotta make it PG-13. I'm pretty excited. You're gonna mock my words when you see it.
Mock your words?
Yes, mock.
Okay, that
That doesn't make sense
Yeah.
in that context.
Oh, it
That
does.
means-
It actually doesn't. You could edit
Yeah,
that out.
and then it's the phrase, the term is mark my words.
yeah. If
Mark my words.
If I
Booyah.
mock your words, that means my opinion's the better opinion.
Yeah.
You might want to edit this part out.
No,
Or
keep
keep it in.
Keep it in.
But anyways, I mean, I'm gonna go see them all anyways because of this. But
So what the hell, man?
I have to critique. That's my
No, you just have to be a dick.
that's part of the job.
That's true. I can't argue with that.
But anyways, yeah. So Deadpool, go see it. Yeah,
Go see it.
everyone.
Go see it. Go see Deadpool.
Good movie.
Hopefully it's not shining really harsh back at the camera.
We'll see him after. So,
And while you're at it, watch Hot Rod.
Hot Rod was a good movie.
Hot Rod was a great movie.
Cool beans.
Not enough people watched it. Watch Hot Rod.
That
Do
was a
yourself
good
a
movie.
favor, watch Hot Rod.
Let's see. Next week will probably be The Witch because I've been looking forward to that. So,
Oh, yeah? That's tight.
Officially certified by the Satanic Church.
What about Birdpocalypse?
Birdemic?
Birdemic.
I haven't done a review for that because like
Ugh.
so many people have done.
I hate you for showing me that.
You don't have to watch it.
I hate you for showing
Anyways,
me that.
yeah.
I don't know,
I didn't have a choice. I was
You know
just right
what?
there and I couldn't leave because I was drunk.
I'd watch a movie called Birdpocalypse over one called Birdemic.
Anyways, yeah, The Witch next week. See you guys as we argue over Birdemic.